Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, Poopsie Land tribe members. Here is another life advice video. Just a simple sit down and chit chat about life. This was massively requested after I did a how to heal broken hearts and lost loved ones. How to heal from that. And I wanted to do a video simply describing how to heal from past hurts, pains, physically, mentally, emotionally. Traumatic experiences. So it's a bit different. It's not. It can have something to do with lost loved ones because you could feel pain and hurt and suffering from that occasion. Or pain of a broken heart, but this is talking about the general pain of any situation, how to heal from that. And I'm not going to sit here and say go to a healer and, magically it's going to go away. It doesn't work that way. Trust me, I've tried. And if anything, when I did that, like the one and only time I put my faith and trust to go into a healer, I was told that my energy was low and depleted and I needed help and I needed to keep going, and that's not what I was about, and that's not how you heal or help someone at all. And in fact, it was a very shady side business of someone's. I'm not going to go into it, but they made me feel like I needed to keep coming back, like something was wrong with me. So anything that feels wrong or kind of interrogates you, manipulates you into repeating something that you really don't have to, or it doesn't necessarily work, is not the best way to go. So I figured the best way to help myself was to help myself. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you get some healing crystals. I'm not going to sit here and tell you go to a therapist. No. I'm going to sit here and tell you how you can help yourself to heal from pain, okay? Alright, so first I'm going to start up with physical pain, because there are different categories: physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental pain, okay? Just like with anything. Spiritual thoughts, physical thoughts, mental thoughts, emotional thoughts, or spiritual learning, physical learning, emotional learning, mental learning, okay? There are those main four categories, and people forget about the spiritual, okay? They tell you body, mind, and spirit. So body is the physical, mind is the mental, emotional plane, and spirit is the spiritual, of course. But so physical, how to get over suffering of physical. We're gonna start off with that first, okay? Cheers. Alright, so when you think about your life overall, do you remember mostly good moments or hurt, pain, suffered moments? Think about it for a second. Just on the physical, okay? Alright, after you've thought about it, tell me if you've suffered a lot of physical pain. How did you cope with it? What helped you make your suffering less painful? Okay, so if you are taking probably things to coat it, like instances. And if you're still in that situation, then that was probably not the best way to go about doing that, meaning coding the pain and suffering. Because you would need to constantly take those things. So obviously it doesn't work because you're needing to take something to code that, right? If you were constantly coding it with something. So hope that makes sense. So that's the basics. Like, I just wanted to start off with a basic, easy, simple to understand. Pretty much all of you know that that is not the way to go about ridding pain. It's only a band-aid, okay? It's only a temporary fix to a long-term problem. So when you've evolved beyond that need for that, when you've evolved beyond the dependence upon it, or the understanding that, when you acquire the understanding that this is no longer the mechanism that will help you heal, then you can continue to work on yourself to get rid of this pain. Now, there are a lot of subcategories within each category I'm mentioning, so I'm going to be very brief because this video will be 10 hours if I don't. But I'm going to summarize. There are instances where you have no choice. You have to feel the pain and suffering, such as in a accidental injury, dismemberment, death, etc. Well, when you die, you really feel no pain, but that's beyond the point. And there are instances where you may have autoimmune disorder, fibromyalgia, okay? And that is understandable and level where you have no choice but to feel these things, and there are, all you can do are things to help ease the pain and suffering, like meditation perhaps, or ASMR. I've gotten many women telling me, watching my videos, in their 20s, 30s, 40s, telling me they suffer from fibro, and they watch ASMR to help them, and that's fine. I've had several instances where I've felt the need or urge or pull to watch an ASMR video when I was feeling suffering on any plane of existence, any of the 4 categories, and after I'd watch one, and there would be something so healing about it that it would make me feel as if all of a sudden the problem was gone. Either the ASMR artist would mention something that I would needed to hear that day, or just the overall calm and peace it gives me would make me forget about the situation, the ailment, so to speak. So that is recommended, if you're not aware yet that works that way. This channel works that way, hopefully, to try to reach out to people who are looking for that, you know. And even when you feel good, when you feel okay. The odd thing about me is when I have my good days, like good moments, like I don't really even want to watch ASMR. I actually pretty rarely watch it nowadays. I will have to sit down and really be in the mood to watch, which is kind of funny because I do this all the time, but that's probably why, because I do this all the time. So it's like I want to separate the work from it, from the other, I call it the second life, the other life that I have, where it's like, you know, you don't see that on screen, but this one you do, and I don't want any part of this when I go here, you know. So that's probably why. But for entertainment purposes, to see, you know, who's out there nowadays, who's a new ASMR artist, who's doing what, you know, when I want to check in. But I no longer do that religiously as I used to, unless I need help in some regard. Then I will actually try to seek online, like let's say I'm going through pain, and then I'll be like, okay, YouTube ASMR for pain. Boom, then I click a video that pulls me in. I don't just click the first thing that shows up on the top. I usually dig, and I look, I scroll to the bottom, and I see draws me in, okay? Energetically. So, just like when I do tarot, like, you know, when I do the pick a card reading on my tarot channel, you pick the card that draws you in energetically. You don't just pick the first card, obviously. So that's important because that's how you get message from spirit. And so that may help you with your pain. Other treatments definitely can be helped, like massage for fibro. I learned in therapy that massage therapy that you have to do light massage, but if you do too deep, then it can be very painful. But people with fibro mistake that deep tissue is good, and they need it, but really it kind of does an opposite effect, and it makes you more bruised or sore after and tired. You know, I don't even think deep tissue should exist, to be honest, because that's like messing with a lot of structure in the body, even the organs. You're just kind of like pushing them around. It's hard to explain, but I think light pressure to medium pressure at most is good enough. That's kind of what I've learned, at least. When you go too in, even with the elbows, it just does the opposite effect. It just creates, for someone who bruises easily especially, it creates internal bleeding, and it creates just all sorts of problems in the body. You're squeezing the bones, and I don't know, I never liked deep tissue, but anyway, that's besides the point. I just had to mention that. I feel grateful that I haven't had to suffer physical pain, but when, like, that much in my life, but when I have had my moments, like I've had a stomach virus a couple times that really hurt bad for days. It was the worst feeling in the world. I thought it was the appendix, and I had to go to the hospital, and it was just unbearable. And I wish I knew about ASMR back then. I would have probably helped a little bit. But there's a strengthening mechanism and a fear-based mechanism which enables you to not feel the fear of the pain, thus creating equilibrium in your body so you feel less pain because you're less fearful. The more fearful you are, the more the pain kind of resides within and creates an echoey chamber kind of effect where you're feeding into it with more fear. And the brain is a beautiful way of creating more pain, more disaster in the body, and creating the illness and dis-ease. And I mentioned this many times, disease is just dis-ease of the body. You're not at ease, which causes disease. You attract disease because of your dis-ease of something, any situation. It can be the feeling of resentment towards someone for months on end, and then you cause that to come somehow through any ailment. It doesn't matter. There's no limit. You just attract it. It's crazy, I know. But I'm not going to sit here and put the blame on you and tell you, like, you attracted your fibromyalgia. No, I mean, we all do things in our day-to-day lives that are probably not healthy long-term, so that causes the sickness to come through over time if you're not mindful of those actions, you know. And a lot of times what we do in the past kind of comes back to bite after some time if we're not constantly taking care of ourselves, and if we're not constantly aware of our body's signals and what it's trying to tell us. If you feel, let's say, tired day after day after day, your body is telling you something is wrong. So in that regard, there are different things that we want to be aware too late and you're in a situation when the dis-ease has already occurred, then there are definitely things you can do to reverse it and get out of it. Or if you have no choice but to suffer through it, let's say it's something that's so rare and obscure out of this world and there's no cure, like, then there are things you can do to sort of slow it down or just live with it in the best way that you can. And everything that comes our way is so we can learn through it. And so one of life's lessons is just to learn through pain and suffering and not be so fearful of it, because it's a feeling that you can go through and manage. Do you notice after a while, like, let's say the first time you get a stomachache, it's unbearable. Like, think back to when you were a child, and now when you get one, it's like you can manage it better, and you have experienced it more often than not. And so you know it's coming, and you know the feeling of it, and you're less fearful of it because you've been there, and you know it will go away. It takes a lot of time, but that's kind of how I felt, because I used to get a lot of stomach aches, and now when I have one, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's a warning signal of the body, but at the same time, you're like, I probably just ate some gassy beans and it'll pass soon. So, you know, you kind of just suffer through it, but you kind of enjoy suffering through it because it teaches you the lesson, maybe not to do that again, or maybe not to eat that again because it doesn't match with your body's vibration at the time, or your chemistry. You know, you have to take everything slowly. It's no good to always, you know, suddenly go jump on diets and then your body freaks out because it's not used to going from Big Macs to kale salads, you know. So transition into it slowly. Start putting the kale into the burger and do more every day, and then slowly take out the cheese and then slowly take out the meat. You know, you never should jump into a diet unless you're trying to detox completely or juice or cleanse, whatever. Like, that's cute or whatever, do that for a day or 2 or 3, but after that, you know, you gotta get back onto your regular routine, your regular diet, so you can slowly get into a healthier lifestyle, because that's the whole point of a diet, is like, if you jump into it, it's meant to recalibrate your body so you start learning to eat, but it's not meant for stick to this for like a whole month, you know, like, no, it's too much. If the diet that you're jumping to is immensely different than what you're used to, then don't jump into it unless it's for like a day or 2, you know. And so, again, you can read all sorts of things about keto diet and hear all sorts of things, but do what you feel drawn to, what is best for you, okay? Sometimes talking things out, you know, getting that throat chakra activated will help release some pain. And just doing things every day that you find joy with and happiness, you know, that never ever will cause you pain and suffering. Doing what you enjoy, you know, as long as it's not in excess. Like, just run outside in the grass, you know, lie out in the sun, look up at the sun and just absorb the healing light, and, you know, go for a bike ride, go play soccer, I don't know. Do what you feel drawn to and what you enjoy, and you will receive signals from above to do that, to enable you to get out of your current situation. So just pay attention and listen to that. If you're suffering through physical pain, then listen to what you need to slowly enable you to release that suffering and get out from it, okay? So on a physical plane, I hope that helped. Now I'll do a mental plane, okay? So let's say you're suffering on a mental aspect. You either were diagnosed with a mental illness it was the hardest lesson I ever had to learn. It was the most chaotic, destructive feeling. It literally almost ruined my whole life. And now that I'm out of it, I can say I've learned, just like any other physical pain, not to be so fearful of the process of growth. And it was kind of linked in with spiritual growth. And it was like dark night of the soul. And I was so scared of it. Oh my god. I felt like a different person. I couldn't find my identity. I spoke nutty things that people were like, what's going on with him? And I had to go through that to learn that there are different phases in life. You have to go through the pain of something to understand how it feels like for another individual to go through that suffering. And how do I say this? Let's say, for example, you used to make fun of someone with a mental illness, and then suddenly you get that same one to learn not to make fun of someone with that mental illness, because when you go through it and you feel the suffering of it, then you know how it's like, and you know that it's not something to joke about. I'm not saying that I did, I'm just saying that's an example. What I had to learn was that I shouldn't be so fearful of certain things, because at the time I didn't really feel like I was quote unquote losing it unless someone addressed it. And I started seeing differences in my life that were equating to that which I was feeling, and I also learned that I was believing other influences, what they were saying about me, when really that was not the case, and it was just feeding into that suffering, if that makes sense. So let's say you're a totally normal person, you just have different cravings in life or like different things, and all of a sudden someone tells you, oh, you're crazy, you're weird, you're strange, you know, I don't get you, I don't understand you, and you start believing that. So the brain really believes what it hears constantly. The brain is dumb, it's stupid, okay? Ignore it. You are intelligent, your soul is, so you can outsmart the brain and make it to believe what it hears. Which is why if you go to my website, I may have different blog posts about manifestation and all that good stuff. And you can reprogram it to believe what it's hearing. So you can silence the mind and quiet those thoughts from coming, because anyone can make themselves crazy. It takes a matter of days, really. But as long as you don't feed into that, which doesn't serve you, that negative energy, which was kind of, now that I realize, a food for a while. You know, you go on the news and you hear all this negative Nancy news, and I'm just disgusted now thinking about it. I don't watch TV, I don't watch the news, I don't read the news, I don't pay mind to it unless it's very valuable information that relates to me. Okay, I will read an article about spiritual growth, I guess, and I won't read something about like economic disaster in Tokyo, whatever, like it's not pertinent to me. I don't need to listen. So that's on a mental plane, how to get over the suffering of that, okay? Don't believe or feed into situations that are not relevant to you, okay? Because the brain also has a crazy way of you are, but that's because you drew it to yourself, because you kept feeding and buying into confirmation after confirmation. So, in a sense, the universe gave you another reason to confirm that belief system, because you believe it. So once you cycle back and get out of that belief, all of a sudden the universe will throw you people who can confirm your recycled belief. Okay? So that's kind of what I was going through. I was just attracting bad person after bad person who are, thank God, no longer in my life today, who were just feeding into that and confirming what was far from the truth. It was just my own spiritual growth. Now that I realize that that's what, there were several things, not only one, that I learned through that experience. It was a very heavy 2 years, but I learned a lot, and wow, yeah, touched a bullet there. So okay, so now on a emotional plane, this kind of links in with the mental. Sometimes I wish it would be the same category, but I'm being very broad here because even mental has so many subcategories that I didn't go into. I'm just going to specific ones. So like with the physical, I went into a disease. With the mental, I went into illness. With the emotional, I'm gonna go into sadness, because that's something I related to for a long time and felt and no longer associate myself with, because it's no longer on the vibration. So when I recycled back and shifted back to sort of my older past self ways that I wanted to go back to help me move forward again, with that new energy, or that old energy coming into a new light, it made me realize that the sadness was no longer there, because I took care of the mental plane of existence first, and because I was suffering mentally, emotionally, I was suffering, and then sometimes physically I was suffering too, because when you suffer emotionally, it does damage to your organs, and so I started to feel pain, like my lower back, my feet, my eyes, my head, and other random parts here and there, sometimes the stomach, and I couldn't take in food sometimes, and I was doing a lot of damage that I didn't realize at the time until now. And so the emotional plane will be taken care of once you take care of the physical and mental plane. It will just be like automatic. It will be triggered in a good light instantly once that part is solved, because you have nothing to be emotional about. You know, if you feel physical pain and are crying, then that triggers the sadness to come in. If you are feeling misunderstood mentally, and then you are triggered to cry because of it, you're suffering emotionally. So when you are this is not all there is to life, and you're tired of your day-to-day existence, and then all of a sudden you analyze your life and you suffer spiritually. And so you want a way out, or you want, not that way, but you know what I mean, a way out of like this situation. You know, let's say example, you're tired of your job and then you just want to do something else that makes you more happy, like go on a hike or something. You know what I mean? And so you want to connect, and you want to connect to those around you. Sometimes not. It depends. The spiritual path is a very long, deep journey of confusion. Okay, because sometimes you'll be on a vibratory plane where you will not want to be around people and connect, and sometimes you will, and that's what I meant by watch my Dark Night of the Soul video, how I got out of the dark night, how I overcame the dark night of the soul. Watch that one. Very vital, crucial information there to link into this category I'm talking about. But when, let's say you are in a plane of existence where you do want to connect to people, okay, I'm going to be very brief, because again, this video is going to take forever. Then you suddenly go outside and go for a walk in the woods, and you're reaching in and connecting to the trees and the birds and the plants, the soil, and you realize everything's alive, and you are then emotionally happier because now you're reaching for what you feel drawn to. Like I was saying earlier, you should always, no matter what, do what you're drawn to. There's a lesson to learn out of that situation. No matter if it appears positive or negative in someone else's eyes, ignore it. They cause you mental suffering because they don't know what's best for your vibratory existence at the time. You have to go through that negative or positive experience to learn out of it so you can get overall to the positive experience, okay? So you should never ever look down on someone who has been through a heavy past, because they needed to go through that suffering to get to their overall higher plane of existence. Because if they've never been through that, if they were never taught those things, if they were just told about those things, you would just say, oh, I feel sorry for those people. But do you know what it was like to go through that, and what they had to learn from that experience, and how they had to get out of that? So that's why each and every one of us in a past or in the future or now will have to go through it no matter what. It's the inevitable so we can understand and connect with others through those experiences. The point I was getting across is, it's a lot, I know. When you are on that path of alignment to what your current vibratory state is, that's all that matters. No matter if it feels like you're taking a step back or forward, that's an illusion of man. Ignore that crap right now. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say they only make this much money, or they only have this many followers or education. Ignore that, because everyone has to go through. B-word, your rich behind had to go through poverty too. Don't tell me you didn't, okay? So don't look down on others. So ignore it. That's just a perspective made out of mankind that does not exist. There are many, many things we've invented which have no served purpose to our level of current existence, okay? Think about that for a second. There are endless things that are invented out of thin air, out of the physical/mental plane, third-dimensional plane of thought, that are produced to, in a way, hypnotize people into believing, feeding into it, to give them comfort, to give them a need for a belief system, to give them a need to produce man-made thought. Okay? Don't buy into it, don't feed into it. That's why I don't watch things you. Only focus on how you feel, on what you're doing right